The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Welcome to Hurricane Redskins football here on Friday night. You're here at Redskins Stadium at Jim McGee Field. I am Derek Regal, and with me is my dad, Ken Regal. Tonight we have the Hurricane Redskins taking on the South Charleston Black Eagles. Coming into tonight's game, Hurricane is ranked second in the SSAC rankings, and they have a record of 7-1. As they get ready to take the field, coming out of their new tunnel. The first time they're using this new tunnel here with the smoke and the eyes lighting up. Looks pretty good down there. Hurricane on the season is scoring 46 points per game while giving up 11.6. And Donnie Mays is now 62 and 44 all time in his coaching career. And here come the Skins. Their opponent tonight is South Charleston. They come in with a record of 1-7, scoring 7 points per game and giving up 41 points per game. Carl Lee is their head coach, former Marshall player and All-Pro in the NFL with the Vikings. He is in his first season as head coach there at South Charleston. In the all-time series between Hurricane and South Charleston, South Charleston leads this series 15-9. As a school, all-time, South Charleston is 475 and 485 with 5 state titles. Some key players for the Black Eagles are Aaron Clark, who is a running back and defensive tackle. He's 6'2", 280, and they'll line him up in the backfield.
Fridge.
He's a big.
We've got the fridge here tonight.
He's a big boy. He is a big boy.
Oh man!
It was something to see the first time I saw him on film there. And then also a defensive lineman by the name of Maury Lawton. He has an older brother that started his career at Cincinnati and is now playing for WVU. He's also a defensive lineman. His name is Zaki. So I look for Maury Lawton to play a pretty big role in tonight's game. Some keys to the game for Hurricane. One big thing, when you got two teams that are having two different types of seasons. Hurricane is 7-1 and ranked second, and South Charleston struggling a little bit at 1-7. Hurricane has a big game next week with Huntington. You don't want to look ahead. You don't want to look ahead to next week. You want to take care of business this week, no matter who you're playing. You don't want to pick up bad habits and overlook opponents and things like that. You should respect every team you play, and you should come out here and try to take care of business and do what they're supposed to do. And another thing I think is to just get out of this healthy. They do have that big game next week, and you can't play to not, to try to avoid injury and, tiptoe around things. You got to go out there and play, but you also want to get out of this one healthy. What do you think, Dad?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of things. I mean, some of these kids, came from South Charleston, actually, and, I'm sure that there's some bad blood along the lines there, and of course the head coach was at South Charleston, and so a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, a little extra motivation.
That's right. I mean, there's several different facets to the game, and one of those is the mental preparation.
Yeah.
So they've got to be mentally prepared, but you hit the nail right on the head.
Right.
You want to make sure you can take care of business, you come out of here injury-free, and then you worry about the next game. But tonight you got to worry about this one.
Yeah, I missed the coin toss. I'm not sure who won, but Hurricane will receive here. Real quick for South Charleston, keys for them, I believe they've got to contain the run game. Hurricanes averaging over 300 yards per game on the ground, so they got to contain the run game, and they want to try to keep Hurricanes offense off the field and try to shorten this game up if they want to, have a chance to win this game. So we're underway here. And that's going to go out of bounds for a penalty. So Hurricane will get the ball with good field position here, and Hurricane will be led by quarterback Noah Velatombi. On the season, Noah is 89 completions with 154 attempts for 1,566 yards and 15 touchdowns against 6 interceptions. So done a pretty good job as a sophomore leading this offense. And he's got some good players around him that help make his job a little bit easier. So we'll see what Coach Mace has drawn up here with his first play, 1st and 10 from the 35. All right. Takes a snap. Quick pass to Morrell in the flat. And Morrell will pick up the first down and then some. He's going to get to about the 49, looks like. Mm-hmm. Just short of the 50, so about the 49 and a half, and it'll be 1st and 10 Hurricane, and there's that patented hurry-up offense that gives a lot of teams problems. Another similar play there, this time to Tyshawn Dews, leading receiver on the season for the Redskins. And Tyshawn will add on to his total of 563 yards that he had coming into this ball game. And that'll be another first down, I think, for the Redskins. Or it's going to be a short 2nd and 1, looks like. They moved the chains. Hand off to Jeremiah Riffle off the right side. And Jeremiah will move the chains.
He picked up about 12 yards.
Yeah, another first down for the Redskins, and they are churning right along here. 4 wideouts again. Riffle in the gun with Veltombi. Another throw into the flat to Morrell. Gets some good blocking there by Ripito and Tyshawn Dews, and he is going to get down to about the 6 or 7 yard line for 1st and goal. And things are going well for the Redskins here, and looks like they're taking care of business so far. Got Heath Montgomery out wide up top. I look for them to maybe hand off the timeout. South Charleston.
South Charleston called timeout. That's that hurry-up offense.
Yeah, giving them problems.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick break here. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football and video productions brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
Get the edge in your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
All right, we're back here at Redskins Stadium, Jim McGee Field, and Hurricane has the ball, 1st and goal from the 7. And look how far out the top receiver is, Montgomery. I look for them to possibly run to the right side here and take advantage of that space. No, they're going to run off the left tackle there and go into the end zone. And Jeremiah Riffle will collect his 14th rushing touchdown on the season. Jeremiah is the leading rusher in the Mountain State Athletic Conference for yardage. And we'll get a replay here on that touchdown run here. Jeremiah's going to take the ball inside, off the left inside of the line, and he's going to march right into the end zone. Caleb Johnson is on for the point after. Snap is away. It's down. Kick is good. And that'll make it 7-0. Hurricane with 11 minutes, 2 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Didn't take long.
No, it didn't. We're going to take a commercial break here. Some Hurricane Redskin Football and Video Productions brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Okay, we're back here at Jim McGee Field at Redskins Stadium, and Hurricane is set to kick off to South Charleston after a 7-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Riffle. And kick is away. Oh, bounces over South Charleston player's head. That was number 12, Solomon Farrell. And that will be a touchback. So South Charleston will take over here at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. And we'll get a look at this Redskin defense that is giving up 11.6 points per game. It's just under 80 yards passing and 109 yards rushing per game is what they're giving up. And this defense is spearheaded by the 2 of our 3 linebackers, Lucas Ripito, Mondrell Dean, who Lucas Ripito's got 95 tackles, and Mondrell Dean comes in with 88 tackles. So pretty good combo there. And actually, I don't see Mondrell out there. Unless they're lining him up and in. Yep, they had him lined up inside. That's new. I've not seen him line up there in the interior line. It's hard to see him there, but once that ball was snapped, you saw him because it showed to that quarterback. He was right there. I think they've done a good job this year moving him around and putting him in different spots.
Yeah,
they've lined him up at defensive end. They've lined him up, obviously they lined him up inside there. Then you played a traditional linebacker spot. So they've really done a good job moving him around. Makes it hard to game plan for him.
Yeah.
So we've got 2nd and 10. Nice run here by South Charleston. I didn't get the number on that player. Number 16, that's Delvicchio Dias. Mr. Dias, if I mispronounced your first name, I apologize. That is a nice run there by that young man. That's about a 37-yard gain there.
5'11", 230, just a junior.
Yeah, he was
Wonder
moving
if
on
he's
that play.
related to the Eddie Ray Dice who played at Stonewall.
I don't know. It's not a very common name, so possibly.
No.
So 1st and 10. Another run by Dias. And a nice stick there by number 25, Cam Phillips. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's the replay. You see Cam shed his block and make a nice tackle there on Dias. So Charleston really taking their time in the huddle, and I don't blame them. As I said before, they really want to try to shorten this game up. Dias will take the handoff again. He's going to spin free from the line, and he's going to gain about 3 on that. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Jacob Ellis and LeBron Dews in on that play there. Jacob Ellis is having a good season here. He's got 79 total tackles on the year, 8 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, senior. Having a good year himself. So we got 3rd and 5. South Charleston's going to come out in the gun here, 4 wide. 2 receivers up top into the bottom. And Emerson Odell's pass will be complete. which will give South Charleston a first down. And things are going well here for the Black Eagles. And that was completed to Dalen Fawcett. You'll see on the replay here. Short little hitch there into the zone, and he's going to pick up the first down. 1st and 10. Odell will go under the center. South Charleston 4 wide again. We're going to hand it off to Dias, and he is going to be met immediately. I mean, it's almost as soon as he got the ball, there's a host of Redskins there. Jacob Ellis, Nate McKay in there on the tackle. Oh, yeah. Looks like he lost 2 or 3. Let's check out the replay here, and boom. I mean, as soon as he gets up there, you got Nate McKay and Jacob Ellison on there. Those 2 guys have done a great job on the D-line all season. Looks like we're going with a 3-4 look tonight. You know, typically they've been going with a 4-3 look. Mondrell Dean there on the hurry. Odell's pass will be incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Fawcett again. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 12. See if the Redskins here can hold. I would imagine South Charleston will go for this if they don't get it here. Really taking their time. Looks like the play clocks aren't working tonight, so I'm not sure how much time they have left on that play clock.
The Hurricane showing a 4-man front this time.
Mm-hmm.
They're switching things up.
Yeah. A little option there. Ball's loose on the ground. Looks like South Charleston recovered. I think that was number 8 that fell on it, Emerson Odell, quarterback. And that was who fell on that. Do we have a flag? No. A 4th down and, looks like 19. Yep, 4th and 19. If you're the defense here, you know, if you're the coach for Hurricane, what are you telling your defenders here, Dad, in this situation?
Right here?
Yeah.
I'd say they're going to be coming.
So you look for them to blitz here. There you go. Pass is deflected by Ripito, and Jacob Ellis couldn't track it down, and that's going to be turnover on downs. And here comes Velatombi and the Redskin offense. A little bend, but didn't break there by the Hurricane Redskin defense against South Charleston's offense. And Hurricane will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35.
Hurricane's getting good pressure on the quarterback. Just with the 4 people. They don't even really need to bring any linebacker to do any type of blitzing. But
Tommy takes a snap. He's going to give to Riffle. He's going to bounce outside for a gain of about 5. And here we go. Pass out in the flat to Ripto, and South Charleston defender is right there. That's number 12, Solomon Farrell, on the play. Nice play by that young man, being right there, sniffing that out. You know, Hurricane had gone to that well a couple times that last drive, and South Charleston was ready for it at that time. Hurricane's going to line up 4 wide here. And they're going to look for Tyshawn Dews, and Tyshawn is going to take this one into the end zone. Looks like a breakdown in coverage there by South Charleston, and Velatombi and Dews make them pay for it. That will be Tyshawn Dews' 8th receiving touchdown of the year, and here's the replay. As you can see, he's just going to slip past them. Miscommunication in the coverage there for South Charleston, and Tyshawn will take this into the end zone. That will also put Tyshawn, I believe, over 600 yards receiving for the season. Nice season for that young man. Caleb Johnson on for the kick. Snap by Aaron Tate, hold by Montgomery, and the kick is good. And that will take the score to 14 for the Hurricane Redskins to South Charleston 0. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football and video productions brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
All right, welcome back here to Redskins Stadium at Jim McGee Field. And your Hurricane Redskins are up 14-0 on the South Charleston Black Eagles. We've got 6 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. First touchdown was scored by Jeremiah Riffle. Second touchdown was by Tyshawn Deuce on a pass from Noah Velatabi. And the kick is away. A little short. And it's going to roll out of bounds. That will give South Charleston good field position here. And they'll start on their own 35. Emerson Odell trots back out to lead this Black Eagle offense. And we'll see what Coach Lee from South Charleston has in store for the Redskin defense here. Looks like Aaron Clark they got their fullback today, or on this play here. And they give to him, and he's got nowhere to go. Redskin defense will stop him up, and a whole gang of Redskins in on that tackle there. It's going to bring up second, and he may have got back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what he spotted. A little bit behind, so second and 11. In some AA news here in Putnam County, you've got Winfield up 13-0 on the number one team in the state in that class, the Scott Skyhawks. So the Generals just down the road take care of business at home so far in that game. All right, we've got second and 11 here. Odell going under center. The pitch to Dias, and he's going to be met by Cam Phillips and Mr. Mondrell Dean, both in on that tackle there. And you'll see the replay here. Never mind. So that'll bring up third and 15. Oh, here we go. You see Cam shed a block there. Mondrell get loose, and Mr. Dias has nowhere to go.
That's where you got to hit him. You can't let him, guy 5'11", 230, you can't let him get a head of steam going.
No. All right, so Odell will come out here in the shotgun. They're going to motion out, so they'll go empty here, 5 wide. And that ball.
I thought he was going to get that.
Yeah, it's. He may have lost it in the lights there. It looked like that ball may have got tipped.
It may have. The way it was wiggling around there.
I think someone may have got a hand on that. But nonetheless, 4th and 15, and Heath Montgomery will be back to receive the punt.
We just might see him return this.
That'd be nice. I had Heath in class there at the middle school. He's a nice kid. I'd like to see him do that.
Well, one blocked.
And he got to get moving here. He's going to go right up through the middle. Sheds a couple tackles. Nope. And he'll be brought down by number 4, Kenneth Catron. And Hurricane will take over at the South Charleston 45, 1st and 10. There we go. Londrell Dean's going to line up here on the near side at receiver. Looks like Montgomery and Morrell up top at receiver. Riffles in the background. He's going to take the handoff off left tackle. He's going to get upfield, get a nice block from Mondrell, and he is going to take this one into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game, a 45-yard touchdown run there by Jeremiah Riffle. And that's going to put him over 1,500 yards for the season. You can see here on the replay, Hurricane does a nice job setting the edge, getting out there and blocking, and Mondrell, a lot of guys like him, big D1 recruit and, all this, and, wouldn't get out there and try to headhunt and block for their teammate, and I really liked that about him, getting out there and doing that.
Yeah. Well, another thing on that run right there, you watch the patience of Riffle.
Mm-hmm.
He was letting the blocks take place.
Yep.
Letting
Kicks
the play
good by
unfold,
Johnson.
And then, wasn't getting too impatient.
Right.
And he found these seams and he took them.
Yep. So that will take our score to 21-0 in favor of Hurricane. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
All right, and we're back here at Redskins Stadium, Jim McGee Field, with the Hurricane Redskins leading the South Charleston Black Eagles 21-0 with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. And if you're Coach Carl Lee, this is not how you wanted this game to start. Not ideal.
No.
Digging yourself this big of a hole early on. It's going to be very difficult for them to try to dig out of it, but you hope the kids don't quit. And if you're the Redskins, you want to keep your foot down on the gas pedal. That ball's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Again, if you're Hurricane, you don't want to let up, and you want to just keep them down while you got them down. So come the Redskins defense. So again, is allowing under 2 touchdowns per game, so really good. So let's look at some scores here. You got Huntington up 14-0 on St. Albans in the first quarter. Bridgeport up 28-21 on Musselman there in the second quarter. They're in AAA. Princeton up 14-6 on Greenbrier East as Emerson Odell gets under center here. He'll take the snap. And not much room there for the South Charleston running back for Vecchio Dias. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looks like Odell will go under center again. He's got 4 wide receivers, 2 up top and 1 goes in motion there. That's number 4, Kenneth Catron, going in motion. Ball's on the ground after a fumbled handoff. And
oh my goodness. He got ragged.
I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not real sure how that guy ended up with the ball. I thought the quarterback had it, but we'll check the replay out here. You'll see a muffled handoff to Dias. He's going to pick it up. Oh, he's going to pitch it real quick there to Dias, and the referees are going to blow it dead. Incomplete pass, okay. Incomplete pass, yeah. Looks like he caught it to me, but I don't know.
I tell you.
Well, what they call is what they call. So 3rd and 10. That quarterback, Emerson Odell, he took a hit right there.
He's going to remember that in the morning.
Yeah. 3rd and 10 from the 20. And Odell will go under center again. He's going to fake a handoff to Dias. He's going to roll out and try to pass to intended for number 17, Dalen Fawcett. And that's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Black Eagles. And that'll bring on the Black Eagle punting unit. Interesting song choice here by the PA box there. Little Space Jam throwback. Snap, a little high. Punter does a good job getting that punt off under duress. I mean, that was not the best snap, and I thought that kid stayed pretty composed, and considering circumstances, I mean, decent punt.
I think we'll see a block punt before the night's over.
They've been close the last 2 times, so I'd say that's probably a good, safe bet.
Yeah.
Tomby's got the play, and we're ready to roll here.
On the 33-yard line.
Yes.
1st and 10.
1st and 10 for 33. Takes a snap. The give is to Riffle. He's going to the left side. And he's going to pick up about 4 there. And 3, so that'll bring up 2nd and 7. And the give is to Mondrell Dean. And he is going to
not go down easy.
No, he's not. He's going to fight for every yard he got right there.
He picked up about 5 on that.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Low snap, though Tommy collects it, and he's throwing for the end zone, and oh man, LaRon Hall-Du there almost came up with a great catch. Good effort by that young man, but just couldn't come up with the ball. Looked like that was Jaden Motley on coverage for the Black Eagles, and Emilio Miller as well in on that coverage there. So we got 4th and 3, and the Redskins are going to go for it. Beltrami drops back. It's a screen to Mondrell Dean. And he somehow stays in bounds. And he's going to get to about the 12-yard line and pick up the 1st down for the Redskins. Nice effort there by Mondrell Dean to get the 1st down. And we're ready to go here, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Or no, excuse me, 13. And he's going to get the handoff. He's going to go up middle, and he's going to
end zone.
Steal a line from Chris Berman, rumble, bumble, stumble into the end zone, and that's going to take the score to 27-0 in favor of the homestanding Redskins. With 1:35 to play here in the first quarter, Caleb Johnson will trot back out to attempt his 4th point after. Aaron Tate will be the snapper. The holder is Heath Montgomery.
I am so impressed with that young man. I mean, he can do just about anything he wants.
Yeah, and I mean,
when he's on that field,
and seems
that's
to
just unbelievable.
And it seems to keep great body language. But anyway, we're going to a break here with Hurricane up 28-0 on South Charleston. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
Get the edge in your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
Okay, we're back here at Redskins Stadium with Hurricane leading the Black Eagles from South Charleston 28-0 with a minute and 35 left to play here in the first quarter. Caleb Johnson is on to handle the kickoff duties. It's kind of hard to see the numbers here for the South Charleston players back to receive the kick. That was number 4, Kenneth Catron, who watches the ball go into the end zone for a touchback. So South Charleston will take over at their 20, 1st and 10. What were you saying, Dad, about Mondrill? Therefore, a break.
I mean, he's just he can do it all.
Yeah, he is kind of like a jack of all trades,
I mean,
on offense and defense.
On offense and on defense, he pretty much can call. When you watched him run right there, I mean, just the moves he was making and everything. And he's 6'4", 240 pounds.
And able to keep his balance.
Yeah.
And, that's impressive.
I mean,
he's a heck of a player. I think whatever college
is
lands him is going to be very happy.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Odell gives the ball to DeVecchio Dias, and Dias will rumble ahead for about 4 yards there. 5. Depends on where the officials spot the ball here. They're going to give him 4, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Excuse me. So 2nd and 6 from the South Charleston 24. Odell will go under center. And the give is to, I believe, Dias again. It was almost like they were in the backfield too fast on that play, and it ended up working out in favor of South Charleston a little bit. They may have gained a yard there.
About 3rd and 6.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Yeah, looks like they gave him a yard there.
It's a long 5.
Yep. Yeah, depending on where the play clock's at, they might. And if they'd like to let this roll and start the quarter on 3rd and 5, it looks like they're going to try to get a snap off here. And they do. It gives to Dias, and he is met immediately by Nate McKay. Nate McKay having a nice season himself. He's got, going into tonight's game, he had 59 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, so he just added to those totals right there, and you can see on the replay, Nate just sheds his block and gets right in there and
lost about 3 yards.
Yeah, so that'll end the first quarter here with Hurricane leading South Charleston 28-0. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Okay, we're back here at Redskins Stadium, Jim McGee Field, with Hurricane leading South Charleston here at the start of the second quarter, 28-0. It is South Charleston 4th and 8 from their own 22. They've got the punt unit out here. I can't tell if that's number 18 or 19 back to punt. I believe they're honoring 2 students that are national merit semifinalists or finalists. I missed that part, but so national merit scholars, a great honor, which I'm sure their parents are very proud of and happy, and I'm sure their parents' wallets are happy too with being national merit scholars.
I didn't have to worry about putting my parents through that.
I'm sorry I didn't help you with that either, Dad. And the punt is away, and Hurricane was close on that one again as well. And that ball will roll to a stop there at the 45. Looks like we got a flag on the field here. We'll see what the call is. Looks close to the line of scrimmage. So possibly an offsides or a false start or a hold, I would imagine. Holding on South Charleston. So they're going to add that on to where the ball was stopped. And that's going to start the Redskins there at the 35. So they'll be on the South Charleston 35. And looks like we've got Blake Bradley in to take this series. Blake Bradley getting in there at quarterback. Nice to see him back out there on the field after he was injured there against Princeton. So good to see Blake. He's going to give the ball there to Jeremiah, and Blake will come back off, and Noah Veltombi will come back into the game. May have been an equipment issue or something they were having to get fixed with Noah, but here we go. Noah Veltombi back in the game at quarterback. He'll take the snap. Looking to pass to Heath Montgomery, who is wide open, and touchdown Redskins. Great pass.
Man.
Great route there by Montgomery.
There wasn't anybody within 10 yards.
No, I believe you're right, Dad. And the score is now 34-0 in favor of the Redskins.
15 yards.
And
Well,
just excellent execution there by the Redskin offense. And so Caleb Johnson will come on the field to try to take the score to 35-0 in favor of the Redskins. Montgomery, after scoring the touchdown, will be on to hold. That's Heath's second touchdown on the season, receiving. Snaps away, holds down. Kick is low but good. And that'll take our score to 35-0 in favor of the Redskins. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Hey, welcome back to Hurricane Redskins football here. We're at Redskins Stadium, Jim McGee Field. Where Hurricane is up 35-0 here in the second quarter with 11 minutes, 14 seconds left to play. Emilio Miller and Kenneth Catron are deep to receive the kick for South Charleston. Caleb Johnson's handling the kickoff duties for the Redskins. And the kick is away. Low line drive kick, and that's going to go out of bounds. That will start the Black Eagle offense at their own 35. So Emerson Odell will trot back out here to lead the Black Eagle offense, who will look to try to put some points on the board here. Get something going there for the Black Eagles. While we wait for them to get going here, let's see if we can get some scores. Winfield has increased their lead to 19-0 over the number one Scott Skyhawks. Huntington is up 28-0 on the St. Albans Red Dragons. Parkersburg South and Wheeling Park are tied 7-7. That's a game of note for Redskin fans. Parkersburg is currently tied with Hurricane for the number 2 spot in the rankings. GW is up 7-0 on Capital in the first quarter. And Odell has the play, and he's getting set under center here. Sends a man in motion. That's number 4, Kenneth Catron. Pitch is to Dias, and he has nowhere to go. That is number 63, Ethan Chill on the play. Sophomore. And you can see on the replay here, Dias will get the pitch and just has nowhere to go. Ethan Chill there on the stop, along with Mondrell Dean. And I believe that was number 17, Khalil Ramey, also there in on the stop. That'll bring up 2nd and 19. Oh my gosh. And just, no time at all for Odell. And
I don't think one defensive lineman got touched.
A whole host of, and that young man looks like he might be hurt, unfortunately. And you can see on the replay there, it's like, I don't know if there was a miscommunication, if it was supposed to be a screen or what, but yeah, the defensive line for Hurricane got through there pretty quick and pretty unscathed. And unfortunately, that Emerson Odell looks like he's down and injured, and you hate to see that.
Yeah.
I never want to see a kid get hurt. You know, I can sympathize with that a lot, you know, because I got hurt, you know, my senior year in sports, and so I know how important and how bad it can hurt to have to miss out on sports due to an injury.
Well, you know my story.
Oh, yeah.
I went from a defensive tackle to a Heisman Trophy candidate.
There you go.
Big mistake. But I'll tell you.
You were, trying to return a fumble?
Ball was deflected, went in the air.
You don't want to go into more detail?
No.
Fair enough. Yeah. Let's look at some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying on that place. I seriously don't think one of those defensive linemen were touched. I mean.
I think you're right.
It's
unfortunate.
Yeah.
So let's see here. We've got Herbert Hoover up on Polka, another Polka Putnam County team. Hoover is up 35-7 there on Polka. And AAA, Woodrow Wilson, number 15, is up on number 16, Oak Hill, 21-7 at the half. Locally, Riverside and Lincoln County are tied 0-0 in the first quarter. Ripley is up on Point Pleasant, 8-7. Interesting score there. Bluefield up 16-0 on Ridgeview. Ridgeview out of Virginia, undefeated, and Bluefield fighting for his life to try to make the playoffs. That win would go a long way into getting them into the playoffs at 5-5. They played a tough schedule. Frankfort up on number 4 North Marion in AA, 21-8. Independence up 32-0. Independence number 3 in AA, they're up 32-0 in the first quarter on Wyoming East. And number 2, Roane County in AA, up 29-0 on Ravenswood in the second quarter. Looks like Odell's going to be able to walk off the field, and I'm glad to see he's able to walk off the field. But looks like he may not be able to finish this game out, unfortunately, which you hate to see for that young man. So that's, I believe he started the year as the backup, so I think South Charleston might be down to now their third-string quarterback, which will make things more difficult for the team already struggling to find some points here. Trying to see who's going to be taking the snaps here. Looks like it's going to be number 9, Jacob Wilson. And Dias will take the handoff, and he's going to be stopped there at about the 27. Is that where they spotted him? No. Looks like back. They're going to spot him back further. Nonetheless, it's going to be 4th down. We'll see where they finally spot the ball here.
24, 25.
Just short of the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 4th and 20 for the Black Eagles. Montgomery has shortened up his starting point here to return the punt. And we'll see if the Redskins can finally get a hold of one here on the punt block.
Oh, it's
another bad snap, and punter does a great job collecting it. And Caught by Cam Phillips, and he is going to take this down to about the 4-yard line. Yep, looks like that's where they're going to spot him. The punter, again, I think he did about as good as he could do with the situation he was handed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my hat's off to that kid. And a heads-up play there by Cam Phillips. You can see here on the replay. I think here we're going to try to get a replay here, and there we go. And Cam is going to make a heads-up play here and see that ball's low-lying and make a nice catch and almost takes it into the end zone. Here comes Blake Bradley back out here to lead the offense again. He's going to be joined in the backfield at running back by Elijah Rivera. And so Blake will get the snap. He's going to hand it off to, no, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be stopped just short at the goal line. That was a nice ball fake there by Blake Bradley. And so now here comes Veltami back in. So I'm guessing that's just something they're wanting to do, start Blake out with the first play that on these series. Get him some reps. Back in, and the give is to Rivera, and he's going to have nowhere to go there, and he's actually going to lose a couple yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and looks like 4. I think they're going to spot him here at the 4-yard line.
Yep. So South Charleston had a good defensive surge there.
Yeah, they showed some fight right there. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Redskins. Pass out in the flat to LaRon Hall-Dews, and he's going to sneak into the end zone there. Touchdown, Redskins. And that will be LaRon's second receiving touchdown on the season. He's going to come up limping a little bit there, but I think he's going to be okay, and we'll see a replay here. Get a nice little pass out into the flat. Some good blocking there by Drake Lanham and Heath Montgomery, and LaRon will get into the end zone, which will take our score to 41-0 in favor of the Redskins. Caleb Johnson will be on to attempt his 6th point after of the night. Snap by Aaron Tate, and kick is good. That'll take our score to 42-0 with 8 minutes and 2 seconds left to play in the second quarter. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
Get the edge in your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
And we're back here at Redskins Stadium. Caleb Johnson is on to kick the ball off to South Charleston. Our score is 42 for the Redskins, 0 for the Black Eagles. We have 8 minutes and 2 seconds left to play here in the first half. South Charleston look to see if they can change that number in their column from 0 to some positive points here. Ball's going to roll, and I would just let that go into the end zone. That's what he's going to do for a touchback. So South Charleston will take over on their 20, 1st and 10. Now, Dad, Carl Lee was younger than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if you played against.
Well, we used to play a lot of basketball up at the old South Charleston Rec Center.
Okay. You were more close to Robert Alexander's age.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I used to play a lot of basketball with both of those guys.
But that was fun to chase those guys around.
Oh, I'll tell you a story about Carl.
Okay. 1st and 10, Jacob Wilson under center for the Black Eagles. And Dice will take the handoff, and he's going to gain about a yard there. So that'll be 2nd and 9 from the 21. we go, 2nd and 9. Clock's rolling here, 7.5 minutes left in the first half. So Charleston will come out in shotgun here. 4 wide receivers, 2 up top, 2 to the near side. Pass is tipped at the line, and it's going to fall incomplete. Looks like Montgomery thought that the receiver had the ball. He made the play on the man and was kind of wishing he had been looking for the ball instead.
Yeah.
You see on the replay here, ball gets tipped at the line. I think that was Lucas Ripito actually gets a hand on it there from his linebacker spot. Nice good reactions there by Ripito.
You know, one thing I see South Charleston offensive line doing, they've got some pretty
Wide
pretty
splits.
generous splits.
Yeah.
And I think as an offensive coordinator, that maybe they might want to consider, shutting that split down
Shorten
just
them up a little bit.
because, well,
He's doing a really good job shooting up through those gaps.
yeah, you're playing against a team who's got the kind of quickness that Hurricane does. I mean, you don't want to give them, too much of a gap.
Right. So Charleston's going to take a timeout here. So
Yeah.
we'll take a quick break and we'll pick back up where we live off. It's Hurricane 42, South Charleston nothing, with 7 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Hurricane Redskin Football and Video Productions brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
All right, we're back here at Redskins Stadium. 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Hurricane up 42-0 on the South Charleston Black Eagles. And you were saying, Dad?
Oh, I mean, you got to get a hat on a hat.
Yeah.
And, it's clear that the defensive line from Hurricane is quicker than the offensive line from South Charleston. And so when you give them that gap, I mean, they're going to take it.
Right.
Take that path of least resistance. And so, one thing they could do to maybe help themselves out is cut that gap down some.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. So Dias takes the handoff there on that play. It's going to bring up 4th down, and looks like he gained about 3 on that play, so it's going to bring up 4th and 6. Montgomery back to receive the punt. Number 19, Nicholas Rebe, I think that's how you say his name, or Reeb. And we're ready to punt this ball here. Flag on the play. I'm not sure. I didn't see anybody jump off sides, or I don't know if somebody has too many men on the field or what. I don't know why they would have done that before he snapped it, though. Let's see what the official says here. Okay. So no flag on the play. They're going to pick it up.
I got to think they're coming.
Well, with how these snaps have been.
There
and
it is.
just,
I told you.
They're blocking.
And,
he's going to wish he had that one back.
Just take your time.
Yeah. So he's trying to beat his teammates to the ball. And you can see here on the replay, another difficult snap for the punter to handle. And the Hurricane is right in there. So that'll be 1st and goal from the 2. Let's see if.
Just not getting any better.
Novell Tomby will take this first play of this drive. Jeremiah Riffle will join him in the backfield.
Excuse me. I can tell knowing Carl Lee like I know him, he's not taking this easy sitting down. But
no,
I
don't
guarantee
become
you,
an all-pro and not be a competitor.
That's exactly right. I guarantee you, Carl, you give him a couple years, he's going to turn that program around.
Yeah,
I have to believe that, knowing Carl the way I do.
And Noah will give the ball to Jeremiah Riffle, and Jeremiah will score another touchdown. And that'll take our score to 48-0 in favor of the Redskins.
And that said, Hurricane, this is one of the better Hurricane football teams I've seen.
Well, this
may be the best football team I've ever seen.
I think it is. The other team that, it was around this time in the season, there was a huge game in 2009 between Hurricane and South Charleston. I believe South Charleston was number 1 and Hurricane was number 2. And 2009.
Field?
No, it was here. That was a couple years later. No, this game was here. You had players, Khalil Sturdivant. I believe Nick Rice was on that team, and it was a good team. But we're getting ready to take a break here. 49-0 in favor of Hurricane. You're watching Hurricane football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
Get the edge in your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
We're back here at Redskins Stadium with a score of 49-0 in favor of the Hurricane Redskins over South Charleston Black Eagles. 5 minutes, 43 seconds left to play here in the first half. Kick is away by Caleb Johnson, and this one is going to bounce out of bounds again. If there was one thing I could pick out, if I'm really trying to nitpick here, we got to try to keep those kicks in bounds. I don't know if they're trying to work on something here for
I was just about to say
another game, and
if you're going to work on
something down the road, because that's not typically Caleb's booming that ball into the end zone and for touchbacks. So.
He's put
it may just be something they're working on here.
He's put 2 or 3 in the end zone tonight. My guess is he's trying to work on a few different things.
So that game with South Charleston was in 08. I'm trying to remember who all was on that team. Kyle Cooper would have been on that team. The oldest of the Cooper,
the
Cooper clan.
That's a pretty good guess.
He for sure was on that team, and probably one of his younger brothers as well.
There's six of them, 6 Coopers.
Yeah, I think let's see, Kyle I think was a freshman in 2006. So from 2006 until 2020 or 19, there was at least one Cooper on the Hurricane football team. So you're looking at 14 straight years of at least one Cooper being on the team.
That's pretty neat.
Pretty cool. I can remember driving by and seeing those little guys out there fighting it out in the front yard.
A great family, too.
Yeah.
Great family.
All right, so second and 10 here. Second and 10 for the Black Eagles. Jacob Wilson takes a snap out of the gun. Pass is tipped. So Kyle Cooper was the first, and the last was J.T. Cooper. So, and I believe all of them went on to play college football. So, at various levels. But and Kyle now is actually, I think, coaching at Miami, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, Miami, Florida.
Right.
But he's a Division I assistant. So we've got 3rd and 10 here. Jacob Wilson will go under center here for this play. Fakes the handoff to Dias. Nice play there by South Charleston. Fawcett's going to a big gain up to the Hurricane 35. So nice positive play there for South Charleston. We'll get a look at the replay here. Fawcett comes free there in the middle, and he's going to get up to the Redskin well, it looks like 34. They're going to spot him a little bit, or excuse me, 36. So 1st and 10 from the Redskin 36. Wilson will go into center for this play. Send a man in motion. He's going to bobble the snap. And I think that was Dias that will scoop that up. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 14. Looks like 14. So Kyle Cooper was at Miami. He is now currently at Southern Methodist University there in Dallas. He's the recruiting coordinator and outside linebackers coach. So that is awesome for Kyle.
Yeah.
To be there at SMU. That's a nice city, Dallas. Great campus, nice stadium. So he's doing well. I coached Kyle in basketball one season. He's a great kid. And like you said, he comes from a great family. Had a couple of the Coopers in class. And a big part of Hurricane Redskin football, that family. All right, Jacob Wilson in the gun here. We got a flag in the play. His pass is complete out to Dias. Nice tackle there by Elijah Rivera. Let's see what the penalty is here. I think it's on South Charleston.
Yeah, illegal procedure, I believe. Illegal shift.
So 2 men in motion. Hurricane's going to decline that penalty. So it'll bring up 3rd and looks like 11.
Long 10, yeah.
South Charleston looks like they're in no hurry here. Hey, at this point, you want to get your stuff down. You work on your stuff. I think for both teams, really.
Right. Well, I'm sure you're going to see some changes after halftime.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Nice play there by Jacob Ellis, and I think it's 63. Ethan Chill again on the tackle there with Jacob Ellis. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Black Eagles. And the Black Eagle punt unit will come back on. Nicholas Reed will be on to make the kick. Another flag on the play here.
Delay a game.
I'm not sure. Encroachment on the Redskins. Replay 4th down. Move the ball up a little bit. I'll bring up 4th and 13. Montgomery might take this one to the house. Oh, his shirt's going to possibly, no,
he's going. He's going. There's a flag back there.
His shirt might be a little bit more loose, but, we got a flag back there on the 40. Yeah, 40. Correct. I don't know.
Yeah, the block in the back.
Is that what they signaled?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Heath might take that out on them in his yoga session this week. Did you know that? He leads the team in yoga.
Yeah, I did. They're going to do a couple extra downward dogs.
Yeah, he's.
I probably need to come down there and join in those yoga sessions.
Oh, Lord. That'd be a sight.
Be more like Yogi Bear.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate. All right, here comes the Redskin offense here. Let's see where they spot it at. So it's going to be at their 29, 1st and 10.
I don't know if anybody's returned a punt this year, have they?
No. I mean, not in any of the home games here that we've covered. No.
Yeah.
Nice handoff there to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah's going to break loose here and break a couple tackles, and
look at that speed.
And he's out. Another touchdown.
He's got a second gear, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's really.
I mean, he's just weaving his way, and then all of a sudden it was just like bam, bam.
I've been extremely impressed with him this year. I saw some clips from when he was, that one year he lived in Kentucky last year before he came back here to Hurricane. And, you see here on the replay some of the stuff that I saw in some of these clips I would see from his games.
He's
I mean,
picking his way. He's
makes
nice
cuts and just.
He just now watch this.
Just pulls
he sees
away.
that guy coming.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes.
And just been just super impressed with him. I'm not sure who's looking at him or what his prospects are for college, but I'd say he will make a nice player for whoever gets him as well. And Johnson is going to kick the PAT, and that is good. And that'll take our score to Hurricane 56, South Charleston 0. You know what? So anyway, actually, we're going to stay here. We got 56 seconds left in the half, so we'll stay here.
Now, I was going to tell you a story there a little bit ago about Carl Lee. We were playing basketball. We used to play a lot of pickup basketball. And, of course, you can imagine Carl can jump higher than what I can jump. And so we were playing over there at South Charleston, and he was in front of me trying to box me out. And we went up for a rebound, and his head came up underneath my chin. And I couldn't hardly open my mouth for about 3 days after that.
Well, you'll have that sometime.
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, that happened with Carl Lee, who played for the Vikings, and then same thing happened with Mike Barber. For those of you who remember, Mark played for Marshall University and then played for the Cincinnati Bengals and playing in the Poor Classic.
Yeah, he's a Winfield native.
Same exact thing happened with Mike Barber. And
you just got to quit sticking your chin where it don't belong.
I know. You'd think I'd have lost a few pounds, but it didn't help.
Well, in addition to how things are going here for the Redskins, another thing is we've got Coach Shannon Morrison from Marshall in attendance watching the game. Coach Morrison was actually coaching. This is his second stint at Marshall. He was coaching linebackers when I was an equipment manager down there at Marshall. So I remember Coach Morrison from my time as a manager there when he was coaching under Mark Snyder. Now he's helping Charles Huff. He is a 1990 Oak Hill grad and played at Marshall as well and was a good player there for Marshall. Was on some really good teams down there.
I'm not sure what the significance of that ball was, but Riffle just threw a ball.
So he, here we go, 1st and 10. We'll get with our producer and / research / stat guru, and we'll figure out the significance of that here in a minute, Dad. So we've got 2nd and looks like 13 with about 30 seconds left in the half. And the significance of that, Dad, is that he just set the single-season rushing record for Hurricane with 1 game left to play. So pretty impressive. I mean, he's got a legit shot to go over 2,000 yards. He had 1492 coming into tonight's game, and I'd say he's probably over 1,600 tonight. So, one more regular season game, and then, you've got playoffs. So he's got a shot to go over 2,000 yards for this year.
Absolutely.
So it'll take us to halftime. South Charleston likes to let the clock run out, and so that'll put our score at 56-0 at the half in favor of Hurricane. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Okay. As long as you don't want to fire me. Can't afford to do that. Yeah. It gets what he pays for. You're the guy. Yeah, makes you pay attention. I'll tell you that. All my kids so far, and now you're going to feel the hurricane high. That's the accurate quarterback stuff. I put it there, sit there with your thoughts back most of the meeting, went to sleep, and woke up losing hair. You can drive. You're from your dad. I like that. I get tired of listening to all that stupid crap. I like it. I like talk radio and stuff. It's like where we used to live, growing up, we never had a trick-or-treater in our lifetime. But like all the kids were trying to be like, dude, we're passing out candy. I'm like, 40 times candy, I haven't had one in 4 years. That's the house we're going to. Nah, Sam's, man. You get the good deals at Sam's. I've been buying candy bars. I've been buying candy bars. I think candy bars are Christmas. I can't even know. That's not funny. No, it's really not affordable. It's less than $1 a candy.
the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Hey, and welcome back here to Redskins Stadium. You're watching the Hurricane Redskins take on the South Charleston Black Eagles. It's a half here. Hurricanes up 56-0 at the half. I'm going to give you some scores from around the state. In AAA, Huntington is up with a similar score of 56-0 on St. Albans in the third quarter. A real game of note here for both of those teams is Wheeling Park and Parkersburg South. Wheeling Park is the number 7 team in AAA. South is number 2. And Wheeling Park is up 21-18 in the third quarter on South. So that is a big game of note for Hurricane and also Huntington as far as your seeding goes. Bridgeport up big on number 5 Musselman, 56-21 in the fourth quarter. GW, number 6 in AAA, is up 20-0 on Capital at the half. Number 7, Spring Valley, is up 7-3 on Parkersburg in the third quarter. Number 10, Princeton, is up 34-12 on Greenbrier East. In the Mohawk Bowl up in Morgantown, Morgantown is up 14-13 on University at the half. Morgantown is number 14 and University is number 11 in the ratings. Number 13, Jefferson, up 26-7 on Hedgesville. Number 15, Woodrow Wilson, is up 21-7 on number 16, Oak Hill. In AA, let's look at our Putnam County neighbors here, the Winfield Generals. They are up 26-14 on the number 1 Scott Skyhawks. Winfield is going into that game as the number 5 team in AA, looking to close that game out and possibly move up to number 1 themselves with that win. Roane County, number 2 in AA, is up 50-6 on Ravenswood in the third quarter. That Winfield game's in the fourth quarter, 26-14, Winfield over Scott. Independence is up 52-0 on Wyoming East at the half. Let's see if we can get a Buffalo score. Buffalo is down 16-0 against Van, number 7 Van, single A in the third quarter. So the Van Bulldogs come into that game undefeated. I teach at Buffalo High School, so I was hoping to see the Bison get that win there. My uncle also used to be the coach there, Mike Sawyer, so fan of the Bison as well. So we're underway here in the second half. Nice kick there by Hurricane. That's number 80, Troy Conley, handling the kicking duties there, giving Caleb Johnson a little bit of a break there. And I believe we'll be on a rolling clock here the second half. And we've actually shortened the quarters. We're going to go 8-minute quarters here in the second half with Hurricane comfortably in the lead here. And we're going to see looks like some fresh faces, but also some familiar faces out here on the Redskins defense. And I would imagine this would probably be maybe their last series here before we see some wholesale changes. Whew. Jack, that might have been the play of the night here, letting us know that we got a heater in here because I can already feel the difference. Jack is not only is he a producer and researcher, he's also helping with our heating and cooling. And Mondrell Dean will be there on the sack for the Redskins, taking Jacob Wilson there, stopping his forward progress. So we're going to have second and, well, you can see here on the replay, looks the bootleg out there, and Mondrell's right in his face. So we're going to have second and looks like, I don't know, ball's on the 10.
You got to give me a little credit.
And they got to get to the 28, so it looks second and 18, sorry.
You got to give me a little credit for the heat. If I wasn't a whining, we'd never known we had it.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. All right, Jacob Wilson in the gun here, second and 17, and he's going to face immediate pressure, and his pass will fall incomplete. I believe that was intended for number 3, Jaden Motley. And that'll bring up third and 17.
I just can't believe that they cannot see that they're lined up in the gap.
Well,
and that,
I mean,
he just went through.
You're an offensive lineman, so you would know better than me. I'm not sure if that's something they're comfortable switching. If that's something, if they've been playing those wide splits all year, maybe they're not comfortable making that change.
It's not working for them tonight.
Well, I can't argue with you there, but they're rolling with it. So it's third and 17, 7 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Watch this right here.
And nice play there. And, looked like it was going to be a nice play. Had a nice big hole there, but they swallowed up quickly by the Redskins. And we'll see the replay here. You can see nice hole, and just doesn't really burst up through there, and he's going to be met by Cam Phillips, and I believe that was number 29, Wyatt Sowards, freshman, in there on the play. And so that'll bring up 4th and 18 for the Black Eagles. They'll be punting out of their own end zone, and this is dangerous territory here for the Black Eagles with how their punt situations have gone this evening. If the Redskins are going to pin their ears back and go for another one here or not. And it looks like they're coming for it, and South Charleston will be able to get it off, and Montgomery's going to let it bounce. And it's going to come to a stop at about the 48. So Hurricane will take over at the South Charleston 48 with 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. So we're not on a rolling clock, I guess, because we just went to shorter quarters. So 1st and 10 for the Redskin offense here from the South Charleston 48. Tomby trots back out to lead the Redskin offense. He'll be joined in the backfield by Mondrell Dean. No one takes the snap. The give is to Mondrell, who fights forward for about, it's like 3 yards. And he gets to the 45, which will bring up 2nd and 7.
You look at the splits of the Hurricane offensive line. They're almost toe-to-toe.
Pretty tight. 2nd and 7 here. Tommy in the gun. And he's going to give to Dean. He's going to bounce to the outside. Stiff arm one defender. And his forward progress will be stopped at about the 40. Looks like that's where they're going to spot him. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Coach Mays signals into play to Beltombi, and we're ready to go here. And South Charleston jumps off sides there, which will give Hurricane a 1st down. Looks like Blake Bradley's going to come in to run the Hurricane offense here this play. Blake's pretty quick, pretty shifty. Look for maybe another zone read or maybe a quarterback draw here. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Mondrell. He's looking to get outside, and he's going to gain about 1 on that play there. Bring him in with a little change of pace. Quarterback. It's more apt to run, where Noah's a little bit more apt to throw the ball. Blake will take this play again here at quarterback. 2nd and 9 from the South Charleston 35.
How tall is he?
Blake, I'm not sure. I don't have a height or weight listed here on
Of course, he's standing
the roster.
there by Mondrell, so.
I would say Blake is probably, 5'9", 5'10", somewhere around there, maybe. Or maybe I'm going to go 5'8" to 5'10". How's that? Yeah. So we've got 3rd and 8 here from the 34. Like a passing situation possibly. Blake. Wobbly there on his pass attempt. It's going to fall incomplete. It was intended for Heath Montgomery. That's going to bring up 4th and 8. And it's kind of a weird field position, are you kind of short field to punt and it's too far to kick? It looks like they'll go for it here. And they're going to keep Blake in at quarterback. And this is good for him to get these reps. Because you never know, you're only one ankle away from being thrust into
That's right.
into playing. The give is to Rivera. And Rivera's going to break a couple tackles, bust up through there, and he's going to keep his legs churning, and he's going to get to the 15-yard line of South Charleston, and that'll move the chains. 1st and 10 from, actually, they're going to spot him at the 16. So 1st and 10 from the 16. You'll see the replay here. And Rivera, as far as backup running backs go, I don't think you can do much better than Elijah Rivera. He was the leading rusher last year for Hurricanes, so a nice piece of the Redskin offense there in the backfield behind Jeremiah Riffle, who is now the regular season record holder for rushing yards than Jeremiah Riffle. Blake Bradley sneaks outside there. Yeah, it looked like his leg kind of got wrapped, hung up behind him there, but
pick up about 6.
Pops up. Pick up of 6 there for Blake Bradley. And again, last time we were here, he was injured there at the end of the game against Princeton, so it's good to see he's back out there. So, thank you to our producer Jack Withrow here. I got a size for Blake. He's 5'8", 140. So my revised height was closer to my original my original guess. He's going to take another. He's going to keep it again on another zone read, and he's going to get about to the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 here from the 11 as clock is rolling here. About 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Hurricane up 56-0 on the Black Eagles of South Charleston. Hurricane, taking their time here, not their typical up-tempo, really high-speed offense. And Blake's going to be brought down here, or sacked for the Black Eagles. A pretty big loss there. We're going to about a 9-yard loss. And so that's going to bring up 4th and 14. And I'm not sure if they're going to kick a field goal here or
20, 30, be a 37, about a 37-yard.
I think that's what they're going to do. No, they're not.
Well,
they're bringing in, that's number 15, Ian Duffy, a freshman, 3rd-string quarterback. So Ian Duffy will take this snap here. Let's see what the freshman's got. And he's going to underthrow Mondrell Dean. And Mondrell Dean is, got a little too excited there, and the interception will be brought out to about the 40, or not the 40, the 2, excuse me.
About the 19.
Losing my mind, Dad.
He's
got about, we need to get some.
Could be a personal foul.
Yeah, we need to get some guys over towards the sideline. Both squads' tempers are flaring here, and sometimes you see that in games like this.
And you do not
score, and you don't want anyone. Big game next week for a Hurricane, and you can't afford to have anybody
thrown out tonight, and they can't play next week.
Miss next week, and that would be an absolute shame because that game is shaping up to be a monster of a game. Folks, if you're listening and you're planning on coming to that game next week, get here early because I expect this place to be packed. So let's see what the referees decide here. I'm sure one personal foul on Hurricane. Yeah, I think that's it, judging by what they've marked off here. So the ball's going to be spotted at the 17, which is 15-yard personal foul penalty there. That'll give South Charleston 1st and 10 from their own 17 after following that interception. There we go. Fumble. by number 4, Kenneth Catron, who's now in at quarterback for South Charleston. Fumble there, recovered by, I believe that was Lucas Ripito, possibly. Let's see who recovers the fumble. It was number 8 that caused it.
Ripito.
Number 8, Stanton Hill Jr. caused the fumble, and it was recovered by Lucas Ripito, who's as a senior, right place, right time. And the Hurricane offense will come back onto the field, this time led by freshman Ian Duffy. Ian's got a bright future. He's a good athlete. I can remember watching him at the middle school playing football, basketball, ran track. He did a little bit of everything down there. Good athlete. He's got some potential here. So, that, again, this is good to get some of those guys like him reps. Rivera goes to the right and changes course to the left. And he's going to gain a couple yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down, and looks like 2nd and 8. And we're under a minute here in the third quarter. We've got about 34 seconds left here in the quarter. Well, no, we're under 30. There we go.
2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8. And Hurricane in no hurry here. Duffy's going to hand off to Rivera. He's going to have a huge hole up the middle there. He's dragging one defender. He's going to break another tackle and take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Elijah Rivera. That gives him 9 touchdowns on the season. And that will take our score to 62-0 in favor of the Hurricane Redskins. Great individual effort there by Rivera, and also a great job by his line, giving him a huge hole to run through. So great team effort there by the Redskins to get that score there. Caleb Johnson on to attempt his 9th extra point of the evening. High snap, but Montgomery does a great job of collecting that, getting it down. You know, typically Aaron Tate does a great job of snapping well, but anyway, that's going to take our score to 60. Oh, here's the replay of Rivera's touchdown run. You can see great effort by him there. And was not going to be denied a touchdown there. But so that's going to take our score to 63-0 in favor of Hurricane with 4.8 seconds left here in the half. We're going to stay here. We're not going to take a break. And I mean, looking down the road here, that the game tomorrow or next week with Huntington, I mean, that's essentially going to be for the number 1 seed in the playoffs. The winner of that is going to be the number 1 seed. And
the conference championship.
And conference champions for the MSAC. So, a lot at stake for that game. And, I know the Redskins have aspirations to be playing in Wheeling in December. And, if they want to do that, then they can take a big step in that direction by winning next Friday. Because I believe if they would happen to lose, then that could tumble them down to fall down to like 4th, 5th, maybe even 6th. So, a big difference. That's a big game for both teams. And that's going to end the third quarter, and South Charleston will start the fourth quarter with possession of the ball at around the 26-yard line. And we're going to take a quick break here. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Okay, we're back. So score is 63-0 in favor of the Hurricane Redskins. And Looks like we're going to go the full 12 minutes this quarter, but I would imagine that it's going to be on a continuous clock with no stoppage, except unless the referee deems it necessary to stop the clock, which, I don't know what that situation would be. But anyway, South Charleston is going to take the ball here at the 27. Jacob Wilson takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to number 4, Ken Catron, and Catron is going to pick up the first down there for the Black Eagles. But, back to next week, I would say that is probably the biggest game in Redskins Stadium history.
Long time at least.
I would say arguably the biggest game in the history
I would agree with that.
of this program and this stadium.
The caveat being in this stadium.
Yeah, and
I would say you're right.
I cannot think of, and I've been around this school and this community for over 30 years, almost 40 years, and I can't think of a bigger game. The closest one would be that one game in 08 against South Charleston here. Catron takes the handoff again. He's going to be stopped. Looks like he picked up about 2 or 3 there. No, looks like they're going to spot him.
He's at the 48, 49 yard line, looks like. He keeps moving.
Yeah, I'm not,
closer to the 50-yard line.
It's like he's messing with me here.
2nd and 7.
Yeah.
2nd and 7.
It's a 2nd and 7, ball at the, not quite at the 45, so we'll say the 44 and a half.
Oh, I said, no, I was wrong.
And Jacob Wilson is under center again here. The give is to Catron, and he's going to be stopped just past the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 3rd, and they're probably going to call it 7 again because he didn't gain much. And again, 3rd and 7 here.
I meant to say earlier, I'm glad to see Wilson back in the game there.
Well, that was Odell that got hurt earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He did take one play. Wow, what an interception there by, I can't see the number there. He's covered up. Number 42, Antonio LaRose. Oh, Antonio. I had him in class last year. Oh,
is that right?
Yeah, great kid, good student. That was a heck of an interception there by Antonio. Great play. So that will be a interception, and the Redskin offense will come back on the field. Here's the replay here. See Antonio, and just a freshman. Nice play by Antonio. Really read that route well. Great coverage. I mean, he was all over him, right where he needed to be. Good job, Antonio.
Those are the kind of things that kids need.
Yeah, sure. And you have a freshman.
Enjoy some success.
That's something he will remember forever. As a freshman, getting some of his first varsity action ever and gets an interception in front of the home crowd. That is awesome. Good for him. So Ian Duffy's back in at quarterback, and we're seeing a lot of new faces out here now. In the backfield with him, I think that is number 16, Landon Taylor, another one of my former students. Landon is related to the former head coach, Jeremy Taylor. I believe Landon is a cousin or a nephew. I forget the relation. Landon told me last year in one of our mini talks in class about football and things like that. And Landon, another great kid. I've been blessed to have a lot of great kids in my time as a teacher and a coach, and he's one of them. I really enjoyed having him in class. So nice to see him out there getting some reps here. So we've got 2nd and 7. Ball's on the 49. Duffy takes a snap. The give is to Landon Taylor again. He's going to bounce outside, and Landon's loose here, and he's trying to
keep that ball in
hit
close.
Pay dirt, yeah. Practice ball security there. And let's see, he's going to get up to, looks like the 20. Let's see where our guys are spotting the ball here. We'll just watch the replay here while they're figuring out where they're going to spot it.
27.
Nice.
Ball on 27.
Nice run there by Landon. And yep, they're going to spot him there at the 27.
He took that ball up and over like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, that's a freshman for you. Ian's got the play, and we're ready to go here. Takes a snap. Give is to Landon Taylor again. He's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like a loss of 1 there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11. All right, so 2nd and 12. Duffy in the gun. Gives it to Taylor again. And he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Just another loss. That's going to bring up 3rd. And I think 14.
Six foot, 260-pounder catching him from behind.
They got some big old boys. Not sure what happened here. Looked like some players were ready, and looks like a miscommunication on the line there about the snap count. That's going to bring up 4th and 13. Smart play there by Ian to just get out of the pocket and kill it. Not get a grounding penalty there, and he saw the miscommunication. That's going to bring up 4th and 13. Backups in here and some young players. Coach is going to try to get them another rep here of offense, and it's going to end in a sack for the Black Eagles, and South Charleston will take over on downs. I'm sure Coach Mays is hoping to keep a shutout here. See if Redskins can hold on and keep that 0 on the scoreboard for the Black Eagles. South Charleston will take over at the 40-yard line. Number 54, another freshman in the game, Titan Ballingy. Old Titan had a rough go earlier in the season at one of the preseason practices, but nice to see him out there getting some good reps and out there working.
You got a lot of young ones out there.
Yeah.
This is what they need. This is what they need.
Well, a lot of times you just can't, you're going against the same guys all the time in practice, and just some things you can't simulate, unless you're going against somebody else.
They deserve to be out there.
Sure.
And it's good. Get them the reps, get them the game time experience, and, get your starters and other people on the sidelines and keep them fresh.
Has to pay off down the road.
Yeah, definitely. Get out of here with a win and everybody's safe.
Seems like everybody's, Hurricane got out of this relatively healthy, and so should be fairly rested up for that clash next Friday.
Oh. Nice job.
Yeah, nice.
Job. Nice.
That's number 24, Elijah Pratt. Nice play there. Good job by number 24, Elijah Pratt, and sophomore. He's covering the receiver there, Fawcett, then does a nice job. Once the quarterback breaks out, he helps bring him down. He's assisted by number 29, Wyatt Sowards, on bringing him down. So nice play by Elijah Pratt and Wyatt Sowards.
.310.
Yep, 3 minutes left in the game here. .27 Chance Southworth in the game here now as well. Also 51, Dylan O'Connor. 61, Ivan Roscoe. We've got a timeout by South Charleston here with 2 minutes, 46 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break here. You're watching Hurricane Redskins football on Video Productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
Hey.
Get the edge in your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
All right, we're back here at Redskins Stadium. You know, Dad, we were talking about, you know, the significance of this game this coming Friday. You know, somebody that would probably know is a longtime Hurricane resident and, you know, big-time supporter of Hurricane athletics. Coach Skip Cremines, who was former middle school basketball coach that I played for in middle school, that I'm sure he would know, you know, if there was a game that had more significance than what we've got coming up this Friday, or if he would be able to confirm our suspicions that this game is the biggest in the history of Redskin football coming up this Friday in regular season.
Oh, I
anyway.
guarantee it, yeah. If anybody could, it'd be Skip.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, that I know of. There might be some other people.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
That's right. But anyway, old Coach Cremines, I'm sure he would know. And I'm sure he's either here watching in person or he's watching along with us on YouTube or Facebook. So we got about a minute 40 left in the game here. Lots of new faces in here. Number 11, Aiden Martinez in the game now. Let's see, who else we got in here? It's fourth and 10 here on the punt. Blake Bradley is deep to return the punt. And they're going to get away from it. As one of the assistant coaches here helps get away from the ball. One of the many assistant coaches you find at high school stadiums across the country. There is no lack of assistant coaches in high school athletics. I can tell you that right now. As a coach myself, there's always someone wanting to give their opinion on what you or the players should be doing.
And there's no shortage of referees either.
Oh, that's true too. I will say, what he was yelling was right though.
No,
they needed to get away from the ball. Whoever you were, sir, you were correct. Landon's going to take this one outside. And he's going to maybe hit pay dirt here. Go, Landon. Hey, good job, Landon. All right, I love that. What a great kid. I'm happy to see him get a touchdown. And
I'll tell you what, he wasn't going to quit, was he?
Knowing what I know about Landon, he's grinning from ear to ear under that helmet. And here he goes. He bounces outside.
Got his block out here in front of him. He got right
Who is that? Number 75? That is Owen Duffy. Great block there by Owen, the older brother of Ian Duffy. And Landon's going to take it into the end zone, and that's going to end the ball game. I don't know if they're going to go ahead and kick the extra point or not. I don't know if they can end it. No. Yeah, they are going to go ahead and kick it. I didn't know with a rolling clock like that, I didn't know if they would just go ahead and call it. So number 80, Troy Conley, is on to take the kick. Looks like Aiden Martinez, I think, is out there to hold. And nope, they're not going to kick it. They're just going to call it. And the final score is 69 Hurricane, South Charleston 0. So Hurricane will move to 8-1 and sets up a monumental clash with Huntington. Well, we're going to take a break and then we'll come back. So you're watching Hurricane Redskins football and video productions, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Okay.
See you. Take care.
All right, hey, we're back. Sorry. We're back here at Redskins Stadium when Hurricane has just defeated South Charleston 69-0. And looking ahead to next week, oh, man, what a game. As a high school football player, this is the type of stuff you probably live for, and I'm sure these kids are very excited. Huntington's going to come in here 8-1. Hurricane will be 8-1. Will surely be ranked 1 and 2 in the rankings when they come out next Tuesday. Huntington is loaded with talent. They're led by a quarterback who's committed to Dayton, Gavin Lockow. They've also got some good skill players in Wayne Harris and Zaw Jackson. And then they've got a lineman that's got several Division I offers in Robbie Martin. So, looking ahead, this is going to be a huge clash of two very talented and good ball clubs. And I'm excited for it.
Oh, I am too. I'm going to tell you right now, like you said earlier, if you're planning on coming to this game, you better get here early.
Yeah, I mean, I even wonder if they might even bring in some extra bleachers here to help set up. And our producer extraordinaire confirms that they are going to bring in some bleachers here to help increase the capacity of Redskins Stadium Jim McGee Field. So, man, I am excited. I wish we could just
I can tell
play
you,
it now.
I
Play it tomorrow.
When I was in high school and we were ranked number 1 and East Bank was ranked number 2.
Okay. Was that Claude Geiger?
Claude Geiger.
Yeah.
Claude Geiger and I met in person on a trap play one time. But let me tell you something. The game was supposed to start at 7:30, and by 7:30 we were still 3 miles from the field. And we had to get a police escort to get us there, and the game started later. So the moral of that story is next Friday, you don't want to get stuck in the traffic and miss the whole first half. So you better get here early.
East Bank's also a place where I believe you told me that the fans like to shower visiting players with some pieces of coal. Is that correct?
We had a few pieces of coal thrown down upon our heads as we came out from underneath the bleachers.
I would imagine that I'm sure this place will be rocking, but I don't think there'll be anything like that going on. But
no coal tossing. No, I don't think there'll be any coal tossing.
But Claude Geiger, he was a heck of a player, wasn't he? He went to Michigan State and played.
Yes, he did. He did.
But anyway, we've got that game next week between Hurricane and Huntington, and folks, that is going to be a dandy. Huntington won tonight 70-7. Hurricane won tonight 69-0. So, you're looking at pretty evenly matched ball clubs if you're comparing scores and looking at things that both teams lost close games to Spring Valley. So, I look for instant classic next Friday. So I think that's going to do it for us here. Unless, Dad, you got anything else you want to add?
Well, no. I just think that I can't wait till next Friday night. I'm glad that they got out of here without any injuries, and I'm hoping that Huntington shows up and they don't have any injuries, because when we beat them, I don't want them.
No excuses?
Any excuses.
Well, hey, and also, we'll get that heater turned on a little earlier next time,
guaranteed.
too. Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's going to do it for us tonight. Again, final score of 69-0 in favor of the Hurricane Redskins over South Charleston Black Eagles. This was Hurricane Redskins football on video productions brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics.